Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Back to another video, and today I want to talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Donatello. And here he is in the box right here. Beautiful artwork on the front. We have some beautiful artwork on the side. And then we have some promotional shots on the back. And then we have the Last Ronin here on the side. It says Donatello, number 5 in the series. And then of course, open it up, some promotional artwork, and the figure and all of its accessories. So let's get Donatello out of the box. Let's talk about him. Now I have to say, now that I have Donatello out of the box, he looks absolutely awesome. Now, when it comes to articulation, it's not going to be any different than Raphael or Leonardo or any of the other ones. It's limited. So, but I mean, as far as this guy coming straight off the comic book pages, he looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, let's take a look on how this guy looks. Now, I put this on his head because, of course, that's how the character should be, even though it's considered an accessory. It's just this little Raiden hat that he has on his head, and then you have Donatello's head here. And then you have these lines underneath, which makes it look like he has a double chin, but of all in all, he really doesn't. He has, it's for the straps to hold the hat on there. So as far as the purple mask, it's a lot different than Leonardo's. Leonardo's is a lot smoother. His is a little bit rougher. It's got a little bit more detail going into the brow and everything. His eyes are a little bit more set in. They're a little bit more round, where Leonardo's were a little bit more diamond shaped, or however you want to say that. But anyway, as you can see, he has his gi on here, and he has the Yamato Yoshi emblem on him, or the new Foot Clan emblem on him, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, you can leave it in the comments down below. Just the way Leonardo had his shoulder pauldron with the actual Yamato Yoshi clan symbol on his shoulder, Donatello has this shoulder pauldron right here to protect himself. And then, of course, moving down to the arm, you have his gauntlet right here. And then, of course, you have his bracer on the back of his hand right there. Nice hand wraps going to just the forearm. They don't go all the way up to the elbow like Leonardo's do. You can see his shell, and then you can see the strap that actually holds his bow staff going through. I like the way they did the lines in the gi itself. His bandana is really long, this purple long bandana, but in the back here, as you can see, it knots, and then you have your little tassels here. So that's just because when he has that hat on, it's supposed to look like it's draping over, so they did that, so that actually looks really cool. And I do like the fact that not only did they change his the expression on his face, even though they all have this like round type looking type head, they changed the expressions in each one of the turtles, right? Like Leonardo had that expression where he had that serious looking face on him, but not the same as this here. So there's slight differences. And also, like I said, with the mask, like Donatello's is a little bit tattered, it's a little bit torn right here. It's more accentuated, especially on his brow, compared to Leonardo's. So that's actually really cool. Now moving down to his belt, I like the way they did the tie, and then you have the pouches here going all the way to the back. You have the loop that holds the belt, and then you have, as you can see right here, you can see the back on his carapace right here. You can see the actual straps that come to, and that would be this part here that comes up, and then it attaches. So that's cool that they have all that. And then you have some straps here that go on his arms, and then back down to his, his hands. Nicely done. The wraps on the back of the legs, along with the crisscross for the leather straps that are on his shins, and then down to his feet, which he doesn't have those kind of guards the way like Leonardo had, and so on and so forth. So, but otherwise, nicely done. Very well done. Not a lot of paint slop or anything like that on the figure that I'm finding. I think NECA knocked this out of the park as well. I like the fact that they have this type of like bamboo type of tie back here to hold his bow staff on here, which is pretty cool. And when it comes to the carapace on the back, they actually went and put, did what they were supposed to do, because of course, he is a turtle. He's just wearing clothes. Like I said, now they're not teenagers at this point. They are considered adults. So fabulous work. Very well done. So with that being said, I'm just going to roll right into the accessories that these guys come with, and besides the little hat that Donatello wears, and you just take this and you just slide it on just like that, and then there you go. It's easy to go on, it's easy to come off. It doesn't clip into the back to the little knot on the back. There's nothing there. It goes on one way because of the straps, and then that's it. That's just pretty much the way it goes. So it looks like he has a giant bottle cap strapped to the top of his head. I can't remember the name of this type of hat, but anyway, that is the accessory that I started him off with, so you guys can see that. And then of course he comes with 2 fists. Next he has 2 sets of gripping hands. Comes with a set of open flat palmed hands. And next Donatello comes with a set of weapon holding hands. Next Donatello comes with this flag, which he does have with him in the actual comic. So this is actually pretty cool because him and Splinter go someplace and they're trying to do something. So you're gonna have to read the book to actually find out what happens. But anyway, excuse me, this is made of cloth, which is actually pretty cool. He can hold it, or you can take it and you can put it in his back like this, so he can carry it with him on his back. It's all right. I mean, I don't think it's really meant for that aspect, but I mean, I guess you could. I don't know if this, oh, it does swivel. So it does swivel so you can turn it. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so you can put it into his back like so, and then he can carry the flag with him wherever you want him to go or however you want him to do it. So that's actually pretty cool. That's cool that they added it. It's very nice. It's done with a lot of color. Mine has a little bit of a smudge there. Big whoop. The other side is pretty good. You can see where they stitched it all together. Nicely done. I'm glad they added that in there. Next we have Donatello's bow staff, and I do like the way they did this. It's nicely wrapped all the way down through like this. You have a little bit of a red tassel here at the end. There's a reason why that's there. And then you have the rest of the staff. I like the way they did the wood look on it, along with a little bit of shading. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Donatello can hold it, you know, just like he can with both hands, or with only one hand, if that's what you want to say. And you can slide it right into the back here to put it on him. If I can get it in there. Oh, okay. The peg does come out. I didn't know that, so that's on me. That's a little bit of a, yeah, a little bit of a struggle to do that. But anyway, I didn't realize that the peg could actually come out. So yeah, I mean, no harm, no foul. I didn't do anything. But you can, you know, put his staff on him. It just needs to be pushed down more. You know, it's too far up. So I'm thinking that you just gotta wiggle it. It's kind of tight in there, but I mean, I guess it's meant to be like that. You wiggle it, and then just take this and pop it back on there, and there you go. Then you have his staff on him. Maybe you want to stick it straight. I think it should go more at an angle. But that's just me. I think it, in my opinion, I think it should be more down here to sit. But that's just me. I mean, you can always straighten it out. Get it to where you feel comfortable. Now I knocked his hat off of his head. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. And there's his staff that fits on there. But this does come off. That's pretty good to know that it's not gonna sit there and you're gonna be fighting with it and it's gonna break off the peg. So that's good to know. That peg is nice and thick, nice and heavy. And then, you know, here he is holding the banner. So you have both. You can put the banner in there. You can have him hold a staff. However you choose to display him, it's your choice. I mean, ultimately, you can actually probably turn this even more so. Well, maybe not. Maybe just give it a little bit more of a turn. I don't know. To me, that's kind of, it's awkward to me on how that's laying for his staff. It's kind of just sticking straight up instead of being more at an angle going across. And it should have been more towards the middle, in my opinion, of his back instead of the side. But hey, whatever. That's just the way it is. You know, you could probably push it down there a little bit more. However you want to do it. Maybe it's just meant more for the flag and he's meant to hold the staff. I have no clue. Either way, you can do whatever you want to do. Maybe it's meant to stand. I mean, to me, that's too straight up. But if you ask me, I think that right about there is more of the perfect type of way, if you ask me. But anyway, you do what you wish. on to the next. All right, so last but not least, we have his alternate head. As you can see, the hat fits on it as well, so I'm just gonna pop this off here so you can take a look at it. And it looks good. It looks really good. Once again, the eyes are consistent with the other head sculpt, nice and round. You have the brow here, which, you know, you have a little bit more shading on here, but yet the bandana still tattered, still torn. Looks really good. And yeah, that's the way it should be, because it is, his bandana is torn up and it is tattered and stuff. And it looks good. He's got a lot of expression when it comes to the actual, I have something there on his cheek, but when it comes to his expression on his face, it has a little bit more detail. It's a little bit more rigid than the way Leonardo's or Raphael's was, so it's very well done. And then this one here where he's showing his teeth, I do like the fact that they did not go with that gap in the tooth right there, even though they gave it to him. I mean, you know, Donatello that I know of didn't have a gap in between his teeth until the Nickelodeon Turtles went and took over. So yeah, but as you can see, I also put his staff in his hand so you can have him holding it. So that looks really good. Overall, he's a great looking figure. Very well done. Do I feel that there might be a little bit here and there, like right there, a little bit of miss on the paint? Yeah, not a big deal. It's not going to make or break the bank, but they did a fabulous job on it. And that could just be mine. That might not be every single one. And then there's like a little bit of rough plastic here on the cheek. Like I said, that could just be mine, not on everybody else's. But I do like the way the bandana lines up to follow this long tassel that hangs down into the front. It looks very well done, even though that they are separate in the back. So that's cool. I think that's very well done. And typical pose, the simple pose with Donatello and his staff. Yeah, you can, and the expression. Also, this, just like Leonardo's, you can get a lot of expression depending on how you tip that head, right? So you can get a really angry look. You know, you can get kind of a maybe like kind of he's like smiling or he's excited, so to speak. And then, yeah, you can get that kind of concerned look, not as much as Leonardo's, but you can still get that look on his face where it's kind of a little bit concerned if you lift his head up more. But if you tip it forward, it gets angrier and angrier and angrier, and then, you know, so on and so forth. But still a lot of expression with these head sculpts, and it looks really good. And also, like I said, with the hat on, yeah, it may hide his face a little bit with the hat on, but you know, you're gonna have to lift it up to where you can see him, or put it on him. And like I said, it doesn't really clip in, but you can still get it on him, and there you go. It just completes the whole look all the way around and looks good. All right, so now that we've looked at all of the accessories that Donatello comes with, let's compare him to some figures that I have out. And here's how Donatello compares to Karai as the Shredder and Tatsu from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie. Here's how Donatello compares to the best yet, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Dark Leonardo, and how he compares to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Damaged. And here's how Donatello compares to the Last Ronin Leonardo. Now, like I was saying, when it comes to the face sculpts, as you can see how smooth Leonardo's mask is compared to Donatello's. And let me just bring this up here. You can see how tattered it is and how much more detail you get on the brow. It's more three-dimensional than it sits flat here on Leonardo. Not to go over anything, but as you can see, Leonardo's head sculpt is definitely a lot smoother. Yes, you have some, but even the eye, like he has more of a diamond-shaped looking eye than Donatello has more of a round. So the expressions are a lot different, even when it comes to the gritting of the teeth, so on and so forth, as you can see. And I just wanted to point that out. And the only other thing I want to show off is that every one that I have so far, this arm, when it comes to the left arm, it always sticks out further on the body than the right arm does. The right arm gets closer to the body. Donatello does it. Leonardo does it. I don't remember if Raphael does it because he's put away, but definitely I've noticed since I did Leonardo and I started doing the review for Donatello that the arms do stick out a little further. All right, so now that you've seen how Donatello compares to Leonardo and a few other characters that I had out, you definitely can see how he fits in perfectly with the line. Now, as far as using Donatello somewhere else, can you? Absolutely. Why not? Why can't you? You can put your turtles wherever you want against whatever you want, you know? Put them on their own adventures, however you choose to do so. Do I feel that NECA did a fantastic job with these figures? Absolutely. Like I said, my wife ended up getting me these figures for Christmas, which I could not find them. She was able to find them. She got them for me. A shout out to her once again. Just like I did in the Leonardo video, I'm doing again here in Donatello. Yeah, rock on, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the wonderful Christmas gift from my wife. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, this is awesome. Like I said, it completes my Ronin collection because, like I said, last year my brother got me Raphael for Christmas, and my wife ended up getting me Leonardo, Donatello, and Michelangelo, which you will see a Michelangelo video after this one as well. So which therefore, you know, I saved my favorite two turtles for the end, which is Donatello and Michelangelo. Of course, Michelangelo being my favorite. But anyway, needless to say, shout out to my wife for finding these guys, picking them up. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. It really, really is. And yeah, I think NECA did a fabulous job on these. And once again, I mean, if you guys have not seen my last Ronin reviews on any of these figures, by all means, they're on the channel. Go check them out at your own free will. And, you know, let me know what you think. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Donatello. If you're going to pick them up, hopefully you can find them a lot faster and easier than I could, because I couldn't find them at all. So yeah, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit the notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And no matter where you guys are, catch you on the flippity flip.